Hi, this is the Business Guy. So how do you apply for an EIN, an Employer Identification Number? The fastest way to do it is to apply online. So I'm going to show you exactly what to do. And if you appreciate this information, please click like. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So the first thing to do is do a search for Apply for EIN online. Okay. Once you get that, you can click the first link here. Click Apply Online now. Now we're going to apply for an LLC, but I will also show you how to apply for an EIN for other entities as well. And our goal here is for this to be the most complete, easy to understand video about how to get an EIN online. Okay, so sole proprietor is just you as a person. Partnership is you and another person or two companies doing business together. A corporation, limited liability company, and estate. An estate is a legal entity created as a result of a person's death. Different types of trusts and additional entities. One of the most common additional entities in this case will be for an IRA. A lot of times we'll set up a self-directed IRA, and the self-directed IRA has an LLC inside of it, so that's how you apply for it according to our custodian. Now, depending on which option you choose, you also will be asked which tax form you will file. Your CPA can answer this question, but generally speaking, a sole proprietorship, you report the income and losses on your own 1040 form, on your Schedule C form, or Schedule E if you have real estate or partnership income. Partnerships file the form 1065, and that generates a K1 that you report on your personal income taxes. Corporations file form 1120. S corporations file form 1120S like Sam. Now for most trusts, the income will simply be reported on your personal income tax returns, but if it's a separate tax-paying entity, some trusts will have to file form 1041, which is the same tax form used by estates. And for legal purposes, I need to say this isn't tax or legal advice. See a CPA or an attorney for those needs. This is just helpful information only, but first check with your CPA before you take any action. Okay, let's go ahead and get an EIN for an LLC, a limited liability company. Now keep in mind I've been in the corporation and trust formation business for the past 31 years. I've also established thousands of LLCs, probably over 100,000 of these entity types, so this information comes to you with experience. Now LLCs can generally be taxed in one of four ways. If it has only one member or owner, it is treated as a sole proprietorship by default, and you report your income on your own 1040 form as if the company didn't exist. Now keep in mind how it protects you is in one bucket and how its tax is in a separate bucket. Even though a sole proprietorship business type doesn't protect you from lawsuits, having an LLC taxed as a sole proprietorship can still provide lawsuit protection benefits. Number two, if it has two or more members, it is treated as a partnership by default for tax purposes, with the exception in community property states when it's only the husband and wife as owners. You get to choose between sole proprietorship taxation and partnership taxation. Number three, you can choose to have your LLC taxed as a C corporation, in which case you fill out Form 8832 and choose corporation taxation. And finally, number four, you can choose to have your LLC taxed as an S corporation, in which case your CPA will file Form 2553. My CPA says that most people who use our LLCs for real estate investment purposes fare best for tax purposes by choosing the sole proprietorship or partnership taxation, which is the default taxation status. Click the LLC button, click Continue, click Continue. How many members are there? Let's say there's one member in this particular LLC we're applying for. Let's say that's in the state of Florida where I live. Okay, go ahead and continue. Okay, started new business. If you're hired employees, banking purposes, change the organization type. For example, if you change from a partnership or a sole proprietorship to a C corporation or S corporation type of taxation for your LLC, that's what you would choose, or purchase an active business. So let's do started new business. Okay, first name, let's say Jeff. Okay. Now I'll add a little commentary here. For some of these things, we have to gray it out because this is a real Social Security number. I can't do this demonstration with a false Social Security number. It has to be real, and some of the addresses are real, so we have to gray this out. Now keep in mind, we also set up aged shelf corporations. That is corporations or LLCs that are already formed, and we have EINs for them. So if you want to look for our aged shelf corporations, we have a list online. You can go ahead and give us a call. If you want a 1, 2, 3, 5, 10-year-old company, we can take care of you and get you an aged shelf company. Okay, I'm one of the owners. Okay, then you go ahead and enter in your address information. They don't allow special characters in the street address like the pound sign, for example. Do you have a different address from where you want your mail sent? No. Click continue. Okay, behind the gray box is just verifying an address. You already know what an address looks like, so you're not missing anything. Okay, verify, this is accepted. Okay, legal name of LLC. Let's say Parkland. Where is it located? Let's say Broward. Now we have addresses in California and Florida, so that's the reason for the different addresses here. And again, this is a Florida LLC. Let's say it'll be starting in, let's say April in 20XX. Okay, click continue. Heavy motor vehicles, no. Does it do gambling, wagering? No. So what this means is there are extra taxes if you sell coal, kerosene used in aviation, fuel tax credit, sports wagering, heavy highway vehicle tax use, excise tax on indoor tanning services, and those kind of things that your CPA will tell you about. So if you have extra excise tax in your particular industry, you probably will already know about it. Otherwise, your CPA will tell you. So in this case, we'll check no. Make sure to check with your CPA first, though. Does your business sell or manufacture alcohol, tobacco, or firearms? We're going to say no. Do you have or expect to have employees? Yes, we're going to hire one. And don't sweat it if you choose the wrong number, if you end up hiring none, or if you end up hiring 100, or if the day you first pay wages changes, that's okay, don't sweat it. Just pick what you think it is right now. If you just tell the truth about what you think it's going to be right now, don't worry, you won't get in trouble if it changes later. When will wages first be paid? Let's estimate next month. Number of agricultural employees, 0. Number of other employees, let's just say 1, in addition to myself. Do you expect your employment tax liability to be $1,000 or less in the full calendar year? No, I'm going to pay them more than that, so it'll be no. Okay, continue. What do you do? Now let's say you accidentally choose the wrong thing or you switch business types. They're not going to come and hunt you down. The key thing is they want to make sure that you're paying your taxes. So if you choose something wrong, don't sweat it. As long as you pay your taxes, they're not going to come and get you. Okay, let's go ahead and say real estate, renting or leasing. Next. Okay, please choose one of the following. I rent or lease a property that I own. Boop. Continue. I rent residential real estate. Yep. I want to receive my letter online. Boop. So we have Parkland Management. We have all that filled out properly there. Okay. We click Submit. Boom. So we click here, and that'll be the confirming letter. It's been assigned an EIN. And we go ahead and click here, and that's our confirming letter here, okay? It's as simple as that. You can acquire your EIN instantly. Just make sure everything's done accurately, and if you need help, be sure to check with the CPA. Now, if you're not the do-it-yourselfer type, you can give us a call. For a fee, we can get your EIN for you quickly and easily. If you want free information, you can call by IRS, but if you want us to get your EIN for you, we can. If you do it through the IRS, it's free. If you do it through us, there's going to be a little charge. Hope you enjoyed this. Please click like, subscribe, share this video. This is the Business Guy.